It's called Waiting to Go Live. This is Waiting to Go, 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 go. Just the girls. Just the boys. Oh, go, go. Just the girls. Just the people not listening. Just the unborn. Everybody. Waiting to go live, 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 live. I'm waiting to go live. Oh, does my hair look okay today? I was doing my hair all morning. So, oh Jesus. All right, we're getting ready. We're vibing. We're cooking up some morning espresso. Okay, Megan O'Neill just came online. All right, listen. We're gonna start chitting and chatting. The show is. Let's start. Okay. All right. Quiet. We gotta take this seriously. Okay, this is the episode. I might be giving away the answer to life in this episode, so fucking stay tuned. Okay. And as usual, we're having some technical difficulties. The piano has shut itself. All right, we're back. Okay, here we go. Legal. Vegan. Shit. Take two. Legal. VeganSteven podcast is a parody of a podcast. VeganSteven is a fictional character. All guests. I'm not sure if I should read this. I guess I have to be serious, don't I? Okay. All guests. I can't fucking read with glasses on, man. Fuck's sake. All guests are allegedly fictional characters. All characters and events in this show, even those based on real people, are entirely fictional. Oh, Jesus. All celebrity voices are impersonated poorly. The following program contains coarse language. The following program contains coarse language, saying that twice for effect, and due to its content, should not be viewed by anyone. Oh my God. So you're putting your life into your own hands, people, when you listen to this. You're putting your morals at risk. Wrap up your women. Throw away your daughters. However that works. All the things. This is dangerous shit, man. This could change your whole life. We take things very seriously here at VeganSteven podcast, which is a parody of a podcast. Okay, here we go. We're still here. We're still going. We're still cooking. It's still yum. I have written here. I'm going through the script. Going through the script, baby. I much prefer this one. It was fucking improvised. All right, here we go. Presenter voice. Here we go. The VeganSteven podcast, the #1 podcast promoting positive mental health. It's not just for vegans. It's every day, bro. I am your host, VeganSteven. We are currently live. That sounds like we're currently alive. Okay, we're currently live. And the time of recording is 2nd of 11th, 2019. And it's 3:40, which means 24, maybe. Okay, we're still going. Man, what is going on? Let's see now. We're on YouTube Live, we're on Instagram, etc. This episode will be available on iTunes. It's on vegan fucking... Have you ever tried to talk and play piano at the same time, man? It's a lot of fun. Okay. We are currently live at the time of recording. We've got that ready. Man, scripts are fucking bullshit, man. I'm already starting to rebelling against myself. I'm trying to organize myself. And yesterday I was like, we're We're going to do this fucking organized. We're not going to do any of this going on fucking rants, improvised chats. No, we're going to have structure. So, oh, Jesus, I'm rebelling against myself here, as you can see. All the music is free via streaming. Podcast is free. Buy merch business model / Patreon. Oh yeah. So what that means is you get everything you want for free, which is pretty cool. You get the free music, you get the podcast. You get the music videos for free, all the things. And then if you find yourself listening to the product, if you find yourself listening to it every day, then eventually you might be like, oh, I want my friends to know I listen to this because I also like taking if this podcast represents a part of you, like obviously if it doesn't represent a part of you, you wouldn't be listening this far. So if positive mental health is something you believe in, it's part of your part of who you want to be, and you believe in improving yourself, and you're the kind of person who wants to think the kind of best in people and follow your dreams. If you're all about trying to be positive, even if you're not positive right now, but you want to be a better person, and if that's something that you want to do, something on one of my taglines I'm working on is just create, which means that you don't need what does just create fucking mean? It's almost like anti-consumerism, which just means, for example, I have a video blowing up on YouTube right now. I think when I have 1,000 more views, which sounds like a lot, or I only need 1,000 views, but it's already at 38,000 views, so it's gonna hit 40,000 views really quickly. But I was getting all these comments, because I was like, I just wanna know why you wanna listen to the VeganSteven podcast, darling. I was just making up shit, like I just made that up on the spot. And I was just really sick one day, and I just did that on YouTube about a few years ago. And I was like, VeganSteven, pop, we'll just see what happens. Sent it out into the world. Nothing happened. The world didn't give a fuck about me beatboxing. And I did a little thing that said, like, fucking, this is the end. What are you going to do with the rest of your life? Which was, I was just like, fucking, I was really sick, and I was on the floor, and I was like, and having a sick day, could not fucking work that day. I had to do work, and I was just like, I can't. So I'm trying to think between energy drink or water. All right. So I was real sick, and I just started beatboxing. Anyway, nothing happened for about a year. And then I started getting these comments being like, man, this jam is off the... I kind of want to read the comments because they're fucking lovely. So you can look it up yourself. It's the most viewed video on YouTube under VeganSteven. As I said, it's close to 40,000 views. And it's just me beatboxing, just being myself, what I do all the time. But I happen to be doing it through a loop pedal. Which just when I just go, hey, oh, this is the answer. Just it just loops up all my different ideas or whatever. But what I'm trying to get at is this fucking wild ass idea. I came up with that with the power of my fucking mind of putting in 10,000 hours practice, which you can put in 10,000 hours practice into anything and be one of the best people in the world at it. Whether it's driving, whether it's gardening, we're not talking about sitting down at a cash register being like, watching fucking something on your reality TV on your phone. I'm talking about doing fucking maths here and just being like, this equals this, equals that. Watching a documentary on maths, thinking about maths as you're falling asleep, having small talk with people about maths, Think about it all the time. That's your 10,000 hours, baby. Lack of focus is the reason for lack of greatness. Quote, who's that by? People, come on, you know this one. The comedian Jerry Seinfeld. Lack of focus is the reason for lack of greatness. The #1 comedy show in America. Possibly the #1 sitcom. I don't know how that works. He had an idea. Everyone fucking hated it. He did it. People still didn't like it. A few years later, some people decided that was kind of okay. He kept doing it for years and years and years. By the end of it, everyone was like, Jerry Seinfeld, I'm going to wear a t-shirt because that fucking represents who I am, just a lad, just trying to, date a girl or something. And I just hang out in a coffee shop in with my friends. This represents who I am and how I feel about some things. And sure, I wouldn't say the things that they say out loud, but those wild things that popped into my head. Like I wanted to say to fucking a man on the street, you got lovely ankles, but I didn't want him to think of it as weird or something. So I'm not sure if I was meant to give you the answer to life today or not. Or if I should keep building up anticipation. Man, I've flown completely off script. Alright. Buy the merch business model. Buy the merch. I don't have any merch for sale. So how that works is basically you guys should totally try this out when you're following your, because the thing I find hardest in life right now, and this is getting very close to the answer to life, is it's so hard to be yourself. It's so hard to be yourself nonstop around everyone. It's so hard to say what you're thinking and to present, because you can present any single thought. You can give any single thought you want, and depending on how you phrase that thought, people will think you're either like a danger to them or you could potentially be their best friend. Context, tone of voice, politically correctness at the time, depending on what words you use. If you use words which make you seem uneducated or whatever, if you don't use, I don't know, if you're feeling lazy and you start using F words, maybe, whatever. Maybe you get the gist. Who knows? Is anyone else fucking thirsty? Right. I'm missing my guitar today, I'm not gonna lie. I'm missing it. I'm missing my guitar today. Don't you want me to play? It's the VeganSteven podcast. It's every day. It's every day. I'm trying to improve your life, doing it right before your eyes. I'm making this up as I go along. Let me into your house party and I'll... That's meant to be in there. It's kind of... There's a fucking massive light. You guys can't see this, but I have my keyboard and my laptop is just like covering the first half of the keys. So can I play the back end of the keyboard? And this end of the keyboard has a fucking light on it punched up at my face. Because if you don't like... I have the camera I've studied lighting because I'm just trying to be as versatile as possible. If you want to succeed, you gotta be fucking versatile. You gotta, oh shit, I didn't tell you I know how to look into the future. That's another fucking thing. I might just zip into it real quick. Okay, this is how you tell the future. It's fucking mental. Well, first of all, oh Jesus, how the fuck do I stay on point? Right, how I can predict the future. All right. For example, I'm in the music industry. I've mentioned this yesterday. I'm in the music industry. I represent vegan pop music. Oh shit, did you invent that? Is that why you love it so much? Okay, I might have invented it. I might have some stock share prices in the product. I might be getting rich off vegan pop or whatever. It might be my baby. Okay, so here's how it works, right? The most current up-to-date art form, there's a delay. I talked about this fucking yesterday, but yeah, this is how to read the future. The most current art form is architecture and fashion. And they keep most up to date with like current like social media. They're the first to be influenced by current events and all the rest of it. And then there's a backlash a few years later. This other industry, let's say cars or whatever, I don't know. And then 10 years later, the rock music starts to be influenced by the current events that happened 10 years before. But the most current and up-to-date art form within music is rap. And that's why on they're the quickest to do business. They have the most current up-to-date stuff. They got like, what's that fucking song? Gucci Gang or something. That apparently that was a comedy song as well. But it has the current most up-to-date how people are feeling in the moment right now, dropping like current celebrities' names and stuff. So that's how I'm releasing futuristic music, because I am getting my influences from architecture, fashion, not yet, but that's how you get it. And then because I'm not waiting for there to be a pop song about fucking saving the greyhounds because they're being sent off to fucking certain countries to be eaten for meat or whatever. There won't be a pop song about that for maybe fucking 30 years or something. But if I go straight to the culture, this is my direct feed to you, the culture. I am putting what you are all about and distilling it in fucking music. So if people are feeling like, oh, this fucking thing's really don't like this thing going on with like people eating dogs and torturing them and all sorts. Okay, gotta stay upbeat. It's too easy for this podcast to take a dark turn, and I'll just be a fucking teary mess. You gotta stay fucking pumped. All right, energy drinks. Yeah, but I have a direct feed to the culture, and I represent the people. I'm walking with the people because I am the people. I'm literally a reflection of what's happening around me. I'm an open sponge, and my way of expressing myself is being constant. I've trained myself to be in a constant stream of fucking. I'm already interfering with my stream right now by looking for the right word instead of just letting it flow. I'm in a constant flow of stream of consciousness, which is where I'm not judging my thoughts. It's really scary because I could say anything and people might never want to talk to me again, just not because I believe in it, but just because it comes out of my mouth. And that might be how I'm feeling for that 5 minutes, but that does not represent who I am or who I will be in 5 years. Like everyone, oh god, lots of people cheat on their wives or whatever, or I don't know, get drunk at a party or what else, other mad shit the people do. Like I'm gonna be making all the mistakes and in public. So man, I'd say I'll be loved and hated at different times. Like, oh geez, you see that episode VeganSteven did on giving out the answer to life? Yeah, he's a good lad. He's humble as fuck. And then I'll get drunk at a party and fucking, I don't know, go on a speech and be like, I am the new Caesar or something. And everyone will be like, oh, VeganSteven has lost his head, not buying his music anymore. So you can't win or whatever. But I can only win by being true to myself. Because the trends will change. If I try to move with the fucking trends, the trends will be gone tomorrow. I got to look at the absolute greats. Possibly Caesar, I can't recall right now exactly all the ins and outs of his life, but I got to study the greats to be a great, and basically, yeah, I find an absolute struggle to be true to myself in front of people, because I'm just so because I think very very highly of myself and my thoughts, but I'm really really afraid of coming across as rude and arrogant. I'm terrified of offending people. So that's why I'm gonna say the next two things, which are the scariest things you could ever say. So I think once I can say these two things, and it kind of just, to be honest, as far as I know how this stuff works is, if you once you piss off a billionaire, they destroy your character. So they just say like, oh, that Stephen lad has small hands, and you shouldn't trust him because people with small hands can't be trusted. If I, for example, started giving out about a certain water company that might be operating in Ireland allegedly, if you piss off the wrong guys and they're like, this lad is gonna, if this lad keeps talking, he's gonna cost us $1 billion in fucking tax-free revenue or something, in back pay tax or whatever. They're gonna be like, we'll just slate his character. We'll find something weird he said on his podcast. He said one time he said this and that really offended this people and he's not politically correct. Oh Jesus. Okay, so listen. I'm just gonna say this just so nothing could be used against me. First of all, yes, I do think I am a genius. I know you're not allowed to say that out loud, but if I didn't consider myself a genius, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing. I wouldn't have the confidence to be like, yes, I fucking invented vegan pop, and yes, I am a representative of fucking people in Ireland who want to improve their own lives, who don't want to just wallow in fucking pity, who want to take charge of their own lives and follow their own dreams, or else just people who don't want to fucking do it but just find it fucking entertaining. So there's my arrogance out of the way, and my narcissism, whatever, because I'm terrified of people thinking I'm fucking narcissistic, or if anyone thought that I might think that I'm a genius, or think that I'm not being fucking humble enough or some fucking bullshit. Fuck being humble. So fuck that. All right, second thing, the thing I'm most scared of is politically correctness. I'm fucking terrified of it. It scares the fucking shit out of me. What am I going to say that people are going to fucking not talk to me about anymore? Anytime I have a party, someone just goes, oh, racist. And I'm like, I just mentioned the People's Republic of Basmati. I didn't even say anything about them. And they were like, yeah, well, you were implying this or whatever. And I'm just like, I know nothing about it. I spend all my time doing music. The only thing I know about the People's Republic of Basmati is that I was walking down the street and I heard some guy go, oh, the People's Republic of Basmati's leader is really silly or whatever. You know, I'm just fucking talking. So fucking chill the fuck out. All right, next one. All right. So you're not allowed to make jokes that are politically incorrect or could possibly be taken the wrong way. And I'm going to tame this joke down millions. People always say you can't joke about that. You can't joke about people dying of cancer. I've had people in my life die of fucking cancer. Like, harden the fuck up. Life's fucking hard, man. I'm not here to protect your fucking feelings. I'm not here to be your fucking mom or best friend. If you want to improve your life, you're gonna have to take responsibility for it and accept that you have to. You've some flaws that are interfering with your goals, whether that is you're watching TV instead of fucking instead of applying for the art school you want to go to or whatever, because you're afraid of what your parents might think of you, wherever your own fucking interior thing is. Okay, so listen, this is me facing my fears. So here's a joke which probably isn't funny in any way, but I'm absolutely terrified of saying it. So I'm just gonna get it out of the way, and then I'll feel more confident because I think this is as low brow as it could possibly go. Okay. I'm not even gonna fucking tell it like it's a fucking joke. I'm literally just gonna say the words because I don't know. I'm just fucking pissed off now, man. Just fucking pissed off. Let's see how we're getting on. Man, when did this fucking turn into a moody podcast, man? I wouldn't be in for this crack at all. Okay, it looks like we're still going live. And I will be taking the questions at the end. Thanks for all the Instagram questions. Alright, so last night anyway, VeganSteven, myself, Satan, he's go crack at a party. Politically correctness was there. And it was me, politically correctness, and Satan, and we're all having sex. And yada yada yada. I ejaculated on politically correctness's face, and that's the end of it. All right, so VeganSteven had sex, consensual sex with Satan and politically correctness, and that's the end of the joke. It's not even funny, but now I can do whatever the fuck I want, so I'm fearless. Good luck. Oh god. All right, let's get back into shit because this just got fucking weird. Let's keep moving. The trick in life is to not take yourself too seriously. Remember, you're just a fucking human being. Man, what's hilarious is I'm like, man, I'm a fucking genius. And then I think I dropped my pen. Just like, I know I'm talking shit, but I couldn't, if I didn't believe 100% and have 100% focus in VeganSteven and vegan pop and believe in positive mental health, I could not do this. So I have to be fucking fearless. I have to fucking be relentless because I spent too many, I have a few mental breakthroughs under my belt. Serious up and downs, a lot of months not doing what I want to do. So now's the time to live, baby. All right, current affairs. What's trending? Read out today's hashtags. Look up some ish. This is the script I wrote last night. All right, so we're gonna have a look at what's trending. What's trending in your life? All right, quick tip. The answer to life is you get out of it what you put into it, and everything is between the ears. The most important part of the camera is the person behind the camera. You'll keep noticing this shit. I was watching oh man, I was getting so pumped last night for this fucking podcast. I was watching Malcolm X with one of my favorite actors of all time, Denzel Washington. We love Denzel Washington so much that there's a cat called Denzel Washington because we fucking love him. And he's called Denzel, and he's got 3 legs and he's got 1 eye. And when people say, "Oh, what happened to your cat, Denzel?" and I go, "Oh man, yeah, he's in a car accident. He shouldn't have been driving." And they kind of look up at me, and then they just go, "All right." Because a lot of times when I make jokes to people, they just think I'm fucking nuts. Because I never go, "Oh, I'm about to tell a joke." I just do it and kind of stare them down and see what happens. Because that's why it's so scary in life. So terrified of being told to shut up all the time. Because I'm terrified of speaking in public, or even I have a massive fear of talking live on the internet. So this is very scary. My keyboard got rained on because we run a high budget show here at VeganSteven Podcast. So this piano was got fucking rained on, and to this day, if it's a heavy night of rain, there's a good chance the keyboard won't work for the next day or two. So yeah, But piano's great, man. I really love it. I only started playing this year properly because when I was in music school, I like to do everything all day, every day, and just fucking kill at it. Just be like this podcast. You can fucking see this. Who the fuck do you know would just say to themselves, "I want to be successful. How do I be successful? Here's the answer to being successful, and I'm just gonna do it every fucking day till I'm good at it." Who does that? That's what separates successful people from not successful people. And when I say successful people from not successful people, I mean mindsets. You can either sit around and feel fucking sorry for yourself, and every time someone fucking makes fun of whatever fucking minority group you're part of, whether it's you got fucking, you only have one eye, or fucking you can't fucking count, whatever your fucking thing is, or whether you're fucking in a minority group or you're not, whatever. You just gotta get fucking on with it and fucking kick fucking ass. And I mean seriously kick fucking ass. I don't mean get that, like you can get a job or whatever, that's fine. Find out what you actually fucking want to do. This is how I cured my depression, man. Crippling depression for the last few years, man. It's been shite crack. I've never been as happy as I am right now in my life. I've only been doing this podcast for about maybe 10 days. I don't know, 10 days or something. And I've never been so fucking happy in my life. Every single thought I have is like, oh man, oh, it'd be fucking mental if I talked about this on the podcast. Oh, it'd be fucking crazy if I did this. Oh man, it wouldn't be mental if someone came up to me and was just like, oh man, I can't believe you talked about that thing on the podcast. That's fucking insane. No one talks about that. How the fuck did you have the balls to talk about that? Only me and my friends talk about that when no one's looking. Oh my fuck. Or just something fucking mental. Man, I've never been so fucking happy in my life. And how does this happen? How can you be so this fucking happy in your life? How do you discover the answer to fucking life? You follow your fucking dreams. And what I mean by that is follow your true purpose. People will respect you. You'll have respect for yourself for not being a fucking pushover. And the trick is to not do it in extremes, to just do your purpose an hour a day or whatever. Build up momentum. Start off with 5 minutes, blah, 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 blah. Because what I always do when I'm starting off a business is I go fucking hard at it. For 6 months, everyone's like, oh my God, that business you started up is fucking unreal. And I go, yeah, projected profits are whatever. And then I end up kind of hating the project and hating everything about it because it's not what I was passionate about. Because everyone's just like, oh yeah, well the idea we had at the start was that we were only going to sell leap cards, and now we don't want to sell leap cards anymore. We want to, I don't know, whatever. But basically, it gets completely away from anything I'm interested in. And my last business, I had so much internal conflict with that I was physically getting sick, and I spent so many hours just I spent so many hours of my time just being like, how am I gonna explain this to people, that like, because this doesn't align with anything I'm about. It almost directly conflicts with all of the things I stand for as a person. And my uncle asked me before. He said, like, why did you go vegan? Like, what's the crack with that? Because obviously, this whole veganism thing is like, I may as well have just turned into. Oh, jeez, I'm running out of steam. Do you hear that note that goes? Bing, bing, bing? That one. That is a note that hits. When I play the keyboard, it just randomly hits. Because the piano got rained on so much. This is the piano I play every fucking day. And I write countless songs on. Back to the fucking. Do you like what I'm doing there? Back to the video that got 40k or whatever views on YouTube. They're all asking me about the tools, okay? They're all asking me about the tools. When I got big into photography, I spent all my money on fucking cameras and lights and all the rest of it. And then I was asking my photography mate who's done serious music videos for serious fucking bands, like proper bands. And I was like, oh man, what's going on with that camera you had that like cost X amount of grand? He was like, yeah, it sold it. Wasn't really using it. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, it's kind of big, bulky and shit. I kind of just do all my photography on my phone. Just if I just see something, I just go to the right place. I just move around until get the perfect shot, like walk forward or walk down or whatever, just get the perfect angle and whatever. And I was like, fuck, you use your fucking phone for taking those amazing pictures on your Instagram. And he's like, yeah, I just have this really old fucking, iPhone 4. And I was like, holy Jesus. This is insane. So right now, it's not about the tools. I'm using a very old laptop. As I said, this fucking microphone which I'm using is 2 megapixel. All right. I did things to make the room look good because I learned about what I needed to learn about, such as I painted the room white to improve the light so it'll be lit up from multiple angles. My light is coming from in front of me, so I'm not backlit. All this stuff which you have to do, and how I learned from setting up other businesses, some of my other YouTube businesses and stuff. Oh, darling, do you ever think that you're talking a lot of shit? Because we're doing a fucking podcast by yourself. When you're doing something by yourself, you've no idea what other people are thinking. Oh, yeah. All right, we'll take a question break, will we? VeganSteven, how are you so smart all the time and good looking? That's a good question. It's called following your purpose. Yeah. If you can't do your dreams, just be super busy, I guess is the other thing. But I think when you can cure depression by either being super busy or doing exactly what you want. Yeah. I think I can't wipe the fucking smile off my face, man. And it's been sure, I've fucking horrific anxiety, I can't keep waking up, but it's like a good excitement. It's like, oh fuck, I can't wait. But yeah, I was watching this program with an old billionaire, and he was like, my one regret in life. No, his first regret in life was this lad's in his 70s. He was like, yeah, I have this suit that used to call I used to call me the $1 billion man, because I have in my stripes or whatever, it says $1 billion man, and I'm gonna have to get a new suit because I've recently become the $1 trillion man. It was like, oh shit. He gives classes for free all around the world, trying to encourage young people to be innovators and help society, giving society what it needs, because it seems like everyone's just waiting for someone else to do something, and you can literally just be that person who just goes, all right, I'm taking charge because no one else is fucking doing it, or else someone else is doing it. But if you want to do it with them, that's fine. I'm doing my own thing. If anyone likes what I'm doing, come over here. I don't give a fuck because I'm having a class time over here, to be honest. So yeah, chuffed. It's very easy to fall out into negative mindsets and stuff. And one of the selfish reasons I'm making this is because I can use it as a reference manual on how to get in a productive thought pattern. Like if I listen to, I think this is episode 8, or should I look into it? If I listen to these podcasts and this positive fucking motivation and this angle of looking at life, of seeing the limitless possibilities when you fucking work as a team and inspire other people, and all working towards something that we all believe in, which is like, you know, improving our own lives, not having to not having to die fucking single with someone we don't fucking like. Because what's up, like what's up with people in relationships today, man? That's me trying to make fun of myself. I find people just fucking settle for like whatever girlfriend is just fucking near them. Like there's kind of, oh, we're kind of like going to work together is fine or whatever. I don't know anything about other people. Ish. But I don't know, man. It seems like people are just kind of with other people just because like it was fucking handy, or like they met on a drunk. They don't really know like how they're going out with them. It just kind of happened. Like they're kind of like, I don't like you, and then they kind of were like, oh, okay, I'll kind of settle or whatever. That's a negative way of looking at it. And if you're in a relationship, man, keep going and fair play to you, because there's. I'm literally just jealous. But what I do believe in is not being in a relationship for the other person, like not being in a relationship because the other person needs you. Codependent relationships are bullshit relationships. Oh shit! And that's coming from a pro, man. I'm all about those codependent relationship. That shit. That's why it's so scary for me to stay single. I think I've been single for maybe a year and a half, I'm guessing. I don't really know. And for the first few months, I was just like, yeah, just gonna surround myself with women. It's gonna be grand. And then as I became more confident and believed in following myself, because for some bullshit reason, I was trying to, when I was on a date, I was like, oh, what can I do for you, and how can I be in your life and all this shit. In reality, I stopped dating because none of the girls were fucking inspiring me. All the girls were like, yeah, I look really class, and that's fine if you look fucking class, and fair play to you. But like, I'm like, what are your ambitions? And they're like, oh yeah, I watch Netflix, and that's great. I watch Netflix too. Like, Netflix is fucking class, man. But what do you want to do? And they're like, oh, I don't know, maybe. Me and my friends were talking about maybe like traveling, and I was like, okay, what, like, why, or whatever. I don't know. For me, just because life is so crazy and shit, I enjoy goals that can be measured. Because this is my, like, I'm looking at my own life as a way of getting my purpose in life, whatever, is to achieve my goals. Other people's goals, as I said, are beyond my comprehension because they're just on a completely different wavelength. All I can do is kind of like listen and go, okay, I kind of see what you're talking about there. If I can kind of relate it to something I like. Jesus, shut with the job. Oh, all right. Is it break time? Okay. Listen, are you guys ready to dance? We'll just see how we're doing for time. We're just getting ready now to do it something. Oh. Get jamming, man. Get jamming. Oh shit. This is your moment to tell me how you're feeling, alright? So just tell me what's on your mind. I'm literally, it's now your time. It's not like a weird priest thing. I'm not going to use it against you. Just go. I'm listening. Go. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! That VeganSteven lad is really bringing down the tone of the vegan podcast. I mean, it's the #1 vegan podcast about mental health every day. All right. Here we go. We're going to go back to the script. World affairs. Okay, hashtags. To be honest, I don't give a fuck about... Okay. Okay, here we go. Oh, BuzzFeed, fuck off. Sorry, I'm looking up fucking hashtags here and looking up some hashtags. And okay, let's just get fucking into it. Trending hashtag on Twitter. Okay, we're getting there. So this is, I might be a way of maybe bypassing the media in a way-ish, I don't know, by seeing what's actually people are thinking about, even if it's not, I don't know. Okay. Oh my god. Fuck off, BuzzFeed, you absolute head wrecker. Okay, it just says #1, but you only have a good sense of humor if you've seen at least 30 of these TV shows. Oh my fuck off. Like, stop hurting people's brains. Just, people don't have to be fucking sheep. You can have independent free thought. You don't need to be fucking censor your own thoughts with fucking free speech. Ah! You don't censor your thought with free speech. Okay. What I meant to say was the other thing, was it? Censoring our own thoughts with fucking, what's that thing I keep shiting on about? Politically correctness. We're censoring our own fucking thoughts in fear of fucking offending someone. Like, fuck off. Like, just because, like, a minority group has been established doesn't mean, like, oh Jesus, I don't know. We're all fucking scared kids inside. I get it. Just grow a fucking pair of balls. Otherwise, you'll be eaten up. Here we are. Everyone likes being told what to do. So that's why. Anyway, here we go. Ultimate list of most popular Instagram hashtags on the planet. This is not current affairs. All right. We're getting there. Oh, class. My keyboard just... My keyboard just turned into a drum kit somehow. Man, everywhere I go, they're just like, fill out this paperwork and sign off your firstborn child and the first 10 years of your paycheck to these people before I'll let you read my article. Okay, most 25 popular hashtags on Instagram. I was hoping to see what they were like fucking today, but sure, look. Love. Right, let's fucking turn this. Get this off. Let's get this. Is that a bit too loud? I don't know. Fuck it. Okay. Where are we? Oh, fuck. I love piano. Okay. #1, love. Insta good. Insta good is #2. What the fuck's that? Insta good. Okay. #3. By the way, apparently highly productive people aren't on social media unless it's fucking for their business. I personally had to turn myself off going on social media because what was it? Anytime I posted something about like, oh, I had this coffee or whatever, I'd be waiting for, I found myself getting fucking upset if like 50 people didn't fucking like it. I was like, oh, I feel I have all these feelings about myself because I'm putting my opinion of myself in other people's hands via some social media site, which is like a middleman for you, between you and your feelings, and decides depending on its algorithms, how you get to feel about yourself. Like, fuck off. That's called building self-esteem, which unfortunately is taught to you in the first 7 years of your life. And you'll learn that from your parents. So it's a lot easier to train a kid from before the age of 7, as opposed to training an adult who's say 40 into a certain mindset, because they've already have a set pattern of ways. It's all about how you think about stuff. You can think about stuff. There's, what's that fucking story about the 2 fucking wolves? Right, there's 2 fucking wolves, right? And jeez, so many stories I want to tell all at the same time. Okay, there's 2 wolves, and someone else to come on and tell this story as well. So there's 2 wolves, right? And this little boy's, oh no, fucking. Okay, this little boy says, fucking, here, village wise man, right? This little boy goes up to the village wise man. He says, here, what's the crack with life? Like, how do I sort this life out? Like, I'm a bit confused about what to do and all the rest of it. And he said, the granddad or whatever, the village man says, right, I'll give you a little bit of advice. It's down there. Here's a Cadbury Sun for your trouble. Have a shup on that. And the kid was there. He's getting a bit sleepy. He was that kind of hour of the night. He's getting a bit cranky. He's like, listen, I want to sort life out now, granddad. I don't have all the fucking night, right? I've got fucking cartoons to watch. And the fucking granddad said, right, here's the crack with life. There's 2 wolves in life. All right? There's 2 wolves in life. One is fucking happiness. Fucking all the good shit. Few kids or whatever you're into. Not my cup of tea, but if you're into kids, lash them in. Alright, so that's box A. And wolf number 2 is like a fucking vengeful fucker. He's paranoid. He thinks people are out to fucking get him. He doesn't buy anyone a pint down the pub. Saves all his fucking money for another day in case fucking the world tries to fuck him over, because the world's been trying to fuck him over since fucking day one. The world's been out to get him, and it's not his problem, man. The fucking world's out to get him. Oh, fuck me. Right, so there's 2 fucking wolves. And have you ever tried to think or play piano? Have I mentioned how beautiful and meaningful you are to me? I think I have to stay on the fucking camera. I was getting in love with the microphone there. Jesus. All the people's watching the podcast live is very good, you know. It's very good. Alright, so we're getting there, right? We're talking about wolves. So Granddad was like, here, there's 2 wolves. There's a good wolf, a bad wolf, right? And that's life. There's 2 wolves. And you have a big slab of vegan meat there in your hand. A big, dirty, fucking Linda McCartney deluxe box of vegan sausage rolls. Because this is my story, this is my podcast. I'll tell it. It's my version of the truth. Having a sup of the energy drink here. That's supposed to be why I'm so angry. When I drink energy drinks, I get angry. Because it's when I drink regular coffee, it's just energy. But when I drink energy drinks, it's kind of like it's energy, but you also want to kind of punch someone. So unless you're doing something, it's fine. If you have more than one a day, like I don't know, you can start getting the shakes and having to go to the bathroom and all sorts of things. It's nice logo there though. I might have to blur that out. So there's 2 wolves, they're eating vegan sausage rolls, and the kid goes, here, listen, which do I feed? The good wolf or the bad wolf? With my big slab of vegan sausage. And the old man says, whichever one you want to. Oh, truth bomb alert! Oh, shit! Truth bomb! Whoa! Truth bomb! Truth bomb! Truth bomb! Truth bomb! Alright, back to reality. These are all just improvised songs, man. Okay, so man, reading the script is taking way too long. How long do we have left? Oh shit, we've only got like 4 minutes left. Okay, back to the script. Okay, so that's enough hashtags for now. Current affairs, look up hashtags. Grand. Tick. Next one, world affairs. So vegan news, Irish news. So yeah, I'm looking up news sources at the moment. You guys let me know. I'm gonna have, you want to feel like you want to be a guest on the show, mail in, send in your PPS number and the 3, that security code on your credit card. There's 3 numbers. If you want to be on the podcast, post me a letter to santaclaus.com / let me sleep with your wife. You want to give me the right to name your firstborn child. I'm not crazy. I don't want your firstborn child. I just want the right to name your firstborn child. Your PPS number and those 3 numbers, security code on the back of your credit card. And then you could get to come to the VeganSteven podcast. What? You may need your own security guard. I have a security team here, but you may need to bring your own security. World affairs. Therapy session, we did that. Great one. Talking about goals. Jeez, I really did that one, man. I went to town. Fucking jobbers. Merch coming soon. Okay, merch. I should probably read about today's news. Jobbers. I think I'll leave that for the end because the news is always a bit ropey. To put it mild. I'll have speech software and it'll read out the headlines and it'll be fucking groovy. And then when the budget comes up, I'll probably be calling, my team will be able to compare the best things or whatever. I'm kind of at a crossroads here because I can either double down on the improvising and just be myself, which I think is great, but I also need a certain amount of structure and a certain amount of connection with the outside world. That's why it needs to be live. It needs to be involving current events. People need to be able to call in or whatever. So it's not just me talking at whatever. It's an interactive conversation. You're like, can we talk about this fucking lad? Can you talk about that today? Can you just say a line about it? Something I really want to involve in the podcast is up and coming world events, such as like a protest in Peru against fucking whatever. I can't be going across the world. Right. I'm gonna stop giving out. I was gonna say I can't be at every protest or whatever, or like this is my way of contributing, is doing this. I can't be showing up to fucking everything and every event. Okay, here we are. I'm not your mother. This is some tough love, baby. VeganSteven is about tough love, unfortunately. I tried to do tough love. No moisturizer, just dry. Okay, merch coming soon. Let's see what we got here. VeganSteven guitars coming soon. Oh my god, VeganSteven guitars. I will take half of one guitar, please. So you can go halves with your friends if you want. I can cut the guitar in half. Maybe one of you wants the fretboard. Maybe one of you wants the strings. So, and if you want it, if you can't afford the price of the full, like a guitar, you could You can buy just a piece of the guitar. You can just buy one of the strings. That can be as little as €10. If you want to be part of VeganSteven Patreon, it's €300 per. Okay, let's get serious. The merch is coming soon. I'll have mugs, VeganSteven mugs. There will be guitars. There'll be white guitars. And what's so different about my guitars is that at the start I will have to collaborate with a manufacturer, but I will be opening up my own guitar shop. As in, you'll get them delivered to your house, and it'll just basically be a guitar. What is a VeganSteven guitar? A VeganSteven guitar is you can just pick it up and play it, and your fingers won't fucking hurt. And I'll have my own. Like, if you get one, you'll get free access to my guitar teaching course. Which is just something. That's just another thing. You guys don't have to worry about it. You're getting your music for free. You're getting the podcast for free. If you decide that maybe I'd like a guitar that is just kind of, it's not fucking awkward. It doesn't feel fucking weird. I have an electric guitar coming out, and I have an acoustic guitar coming out. I think I have to get to, I'm not sure if it's 200,000 or 500,000 capital. I'm not sure what's going to happen with investors. I've talked to my board of directors, and I'm not sure about the execution of this. It's going to be small scale and big scale, and so on. But start off, it'll be a limited run of 5 guitars. And why would anyone buy a VeganSteven guitar? Because they fit your body, they're easy to play, and it is the guitar that I would personally choose to play. It'll be a replica of, I will be playing the same guitar. All right, what more do you want? What more do you want? So my acoustic guitar will be a small guitar, so it can fit easily for both the women's and a man's body. You're not like, oh, this is fucking huge. The strings will be a smaller string, so that you can play it, instead of playing your guitar all day long and your fingers bleeding, you can play it and your fingers won't bleed. And how we do that is we use a smaller string. We use a smaller string that it's just a smaller string, so it requires less energy to press down. So you can press down for longer. It will hurt a little bit, but not how much. So if you want a guitar that's easy to play, that is, looks fucking class, a white guitar, and it just has the it'll say VeganSteven on the headstock, and just on the bottom it's gonna have like the Minotaur logo. So even if you're not into the whole VeganSteven thing, you just be like, geez, that guitar looks pretty cool, little white guitar. And you know what? It's not awkward to play, and I can just play it, and it doesn't fucking hurt. And because I've bought millions of guitars. Well, I'm gonna say I've tried out millions of guitars, and I know exactly what I want, and I know what people need. And it will be a collaboration of some sorts. Like I will be sending them out to some big names, and they'll be like, this thing doesn't quite work, and I'll be like, okay, we'll take that note on board, and so on. So the first run of VeganSteven guitars will be a small little white guitar, and it'll have the black logo, just black and white, primarily white. And the electric guitar, if you want to imagine what this looks like, are we live? If you want to imagine what the VeganSteven guitar looks like, it's has the body of a Telecaster, but if anyone knows what a Telecaster is, they're the best. They're used for everything, recording. So it's literally just a slab of fucking hardwood. There's no fucking around here. No fucking weird shit. Just solid quality. Slab of hardwood, one pickup in it, in the bridge, tone knob, volume knob, Telecaster style. But the body is grooved, so it's not fucking awkward. It's just, everything about my stuff is just fucking a dream to play. It's not fucking a fight. And then we're putting on Stratocaster style neck, possibly with a super small neck. So again, it's just easy. You're not fucking going, oh, this is fucking, I hate playing guitar, this is fucking shit. Oh, this is blah, 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 blah. And the motto I will have on all my equipment is just create. And that's why my equipment will be at such a low price point, because you don't need a fucking Gibson Les Paul, or you don't need to spend thousands on it. You can see the proof is in the pudding, whatever. I'm showing you. I'm not talking shit here. I'm building up an empire from fucking a shed here on a shit laptop. So you can see, fuck, if this guy can write up a song using that guitar, and it only costs whatever, between, let's say it costs around $250 for one of my guitars delivered to your door. Possibly that will be, well, ideally it'll be a lot more than that, but ideally it'll be 500. But I'm gonna have to bring the price point dramatically down. That's, I don't know. But what this product represents is not the guitar is just a fucking tool. It doesn't matter what guitar you use. You can play any guitar. You can just fucking create. You don't need a VeganSteven guitar. As I said earlier, when I had my music out video, it's about to hit 40,000 views. Possibly in the next week. Fucking who knows? Everyone's asking me, what equipment do I use? Comments of this is the most amazing thing I've ever fucking heard. What equipment do you use? And I get so frustrated that I didn't reply a comment till yesterday. And I wrote a comment that just said, listen, okay, here is a list of the equipment I used, but it doesn't matter. I just used whatever was fucking in arm's reach at the time. You don't have to wait for inspiration to come. Just fucking do it. Just start writing. The fucking first 10 words or whatever are going to be absolute shit. And then after you write 4 pages, there's going to be 2 lines in there which are fucking gold. And you're like, do you know what? If I just did this every day, I'd get 4 lines of fucking gold. Sure, it took me an hour to get just 4 lines. But I didn't just stand there thinking about it, be like, oh, what line? Boom. You're a fucking antenna for everything good that you consume. Everything bit of. I watched a fucking film last night with Malcolm X, fucking amazing, about this guy who Black Civil Rights Movement, and he united people together for one cause, against forces of nature that were fucking repressing them or whatever. And he kept quoting the Altar Muslim in the film. It was so good because he was talking about so much stuff that is what I'm talking about. When you study all these millionaire books and people who, when you get to the top layer of all these fucking motivational gurus, you got Tony Robbins, fucking whoever you're into, these people who really know how to fucking kill at life. If you want to have a few bob or whatever to go on holidays, this is like what you got to do. If you want to move out of that shitty council house or whatever, move out of your parents' basement or whatever, this is like how you fucking do it. And this will be a reference. Someone will be watching this back and be like, "Jeez, that's mad. That VeganSteven lad was on the Late Late Show, and he did this video. He was just an average lad like me. He was just in his fucking garden shed, no heating, on his fucking laptop, 10-year-old technology at the time, and he just followed his own brain. How is that fucking possible? How can I just think and act my way out of fucking poverty?" A lot of very controversial opinion. Poverty is a mindset. Oh shit. You'll kind of, the more you read about things, the more in life you'll understand. You might not notice this till you're in your fucking 80s, or you can learn it fucking now. If you want to take charge of your life now, jump on board, man. I'm telling you exactly what books have been most helpful for a human to get on his track. Like, I've been looking for the answer to life for a long time. And it's been a very, very scary road, but I found the answer to my life. I have it without any doubts. It's very, very hard to find your purpose and find what it is that you want to do. And how you will actually do that is by being yourself. You won't find the answers outside yourself. You will find it by like, fuck, do you know what? I've never been as happy as I am when for me, like I got mad into comedy. Studied it relentlessly, like oh my god. Getting right, we're gonna wrap up the podcast. I know you want to know what this guitar's pickup is, so they're both gonna have the fucking my electric guitar is gonna have one pickup on the bridge. It's gonna be strap pickup. Oh shit. So, and if anyone's like, oh, like, how do I get that Steve Murphy signature tone? You just get the fucking guitar. And as I said, none of this matters. My guitar, it doesn't matter what my guitar sounds like. This is a whole following that I'm telling you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sell you shit. I'm going to do whatever. But I think you're gonna want to buy my stuff. You're gonna want to blah 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 because I'm telling my story. This is how, if you want people to be invested in you, you have to tell your story. You have to explain, communicate with them. You can't just sit down and be like, oh, they'll know that I'm really mad at them that they didn't offer to make me a cup of tea. How the fuck are they supposed to know that? Talk, communicate, open your mouth. Yeah, it's fucking terrifying. This is fucking terrifying. This is one of the scariest things I've ever done in my life. As I said, can you imagine just fucking doing a live podcast because you're fucking, it's the thing that scares you most in the world. All right, we gotta go. I'm just gonna wrap up this script. I'm really running out of time here. It's every day. Shit, we're 12 minutes over. Okay, we really gotta go. Thanks to all the listeners. We got Kev Fowley here, Andrew Grafton, LG Official. Just too many simmed. Okay, really appreciate you guys. A little bit of vegan news just before I go. What's happening? Top stories. How environmentally friendly is the vegan diet? Okay, 13 celebrities before and after going vegan. And is this seriously news? Okay, whatever. This just sounds like okay. The best erections are vegan. Vegan news. Okay. Well, yeah. Anyone who knows me knows I'm very good under the sheets. It's kind of like my thing. But anyway, that's just because I'm a passionate person. Okay, listen, and I believe what I'm doing. And I believe in you, all right? If you're thinking, oh yeah, this Stephen lads, he can talk and talk and talk. I'm terrified of talking, man. I had the Tesco delivery man coming today, and my goal was to talk to him and make him my friend by the time we left. Not, like, I don't give a fuck whether he's my friend or not, but that was my to have a friendly interaction. And he came with the driver, and I was like, hey, fucking... Tesco delivers messages to your house, and I was like, oh hey, come on out of the rain. He came in and said, oh, how's your shift going? I was asking him all about him. I was saying, how is your shift going today? Fucking what do you like to order? What would you recommend to get for lunch there? And he's like, oh, I like the salad with the thing. I was like, oh, this must be very healthy. And he's like, yeah, I need the healthy thing. Just talking to him as if he's a fucking human being, which he is. Not talking to him as if he's some kind of corporate entity that just walked into my house being like, I'm a robot. Talk to people as if they're fucking humans, as you'd like to be talked to. Run out of so much shit to say, going over time. The billionaire said there was two things he wanted to talk about. He said there's two things he regrets in life. Not setting his goals high enough, and I've set my goal right here in front of me, which says 1 billion. 1 billion. And says gold beside it. 1 billion what? I don't know. 1 billion yen? 1 billion? Well, I know. But anyway, right. And finally, the billionaire lad was like, yeah, the thing I regret most in life, he was getting really passionate. His mother was dying of cancer. And he was getting really like emotional about it because he's like one of these guys who's like, just do it, believe in yourself, or whatever. This like 8-year-old millionaire lad, he's like, kids, come on, just it's all on you, whatever. Anyway, his regret was like, he said, don't you dare fucking die on me, you bitch. He said that to his dying mother, and the next day she died. Because he was so emotional about it. He didn't want his mother to die. Can you imagine your fucking parents dying? It's the worst thing in the world. Like, and he just like he just went down. His fear went to fucking anger because you know to cope with the situation. And he was just like, fucking right. You're all doing great. Believe in yourself. Please, make yourself a nice little cup of drink or something, because you're taking everything too seriously. Just chill, chill, chill.